Hey there, Alan here, RVacrossamerica.net. It's been a few weeks and I've got a good excuse, but I'm here at Rigby Lake. It is the middle of June, and as you can see, there's finally some water getting into Rigby Lake. If you go over to my post associated with this video is going to be at RVacrossamerica.net/ideal RV kayak. I'm going to be talking about kayaking a little bit here. Again, RVacrossamerica.net/ideal RV kayak. And I'm going to kind of show off my Aquaglide Deschutes kayak again. But there's finally water in here. I've got photos in the post of when this lake bed was dry, and that was just a few weeks ago. It's taken a while for some of the water to come up. It's been a very, very interesting spring. It's been a very unusual spring. But I'll just start with the kayak, and I'm going to share that. I'm going to share a little bit about the weather, a drive that I took to Casper, Wyoming and back just last weekend, and an RV industry update. So stay tuned for all of that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, by all means, please give it a thumbs up, or any of the other media services that you may see this on. So, kayaking. As an RV'er, I elected to go with an inflatable kayak. I used to have another brand that proved to be not as reliable in terms of the inner tube. I had inner tube problems, so I've switched over, and I still have the other brand's product, but I'm not using it. I'm using my Aquaglide Deschutes kayak. It's phenomenal. It's lightweight. It's under 20 pounds. It's very easy to transport. It's very easy to carry once you filled it up. And I even most of the time fill it up manually now with a pump because it's really not that much work. So you'll see some video if you haven't already. If I didn't slip something in before, I'll slip something in a little bit. When I'm in the water, it's nice, it's great, and if you're an RV'er, I highly recommend that you check it out. And I'm going to put some other details into the post that mirror what my thoughts were last autumn when I first rode up the kayak. And I also secured for you a 15% discount when you use my promo code. And again, that's over on the post, RVacrossamerica.net/ideal RV kayak. So you can get a 15% discount on any of their kayaks when you check them out. Really looking forward to getting into the water here today. It's coming up, it's high enough, it's still low, it's still several feet below where it's going to be by the end of this month or by July 4th weekend. And this water permeates up from below. It relies upon the snowmelt, and the snowmelt was relatively slow until the rains picked up, and that was about 2-3 weeks ago. And it only stopped snowing here about 6 or 7 weeks ago. So it's been a really crazy spring. There's been a lot of rainfall. There was one night I swore we could have gotten 2 inches of rain. And as a matter of fact, over the next 3 days, including this afternoon, there's a reasonable shot at upwards of 5 inches of rain over the next 3 days, which is just an incredible amount of water for East Idaho. That's just a very unusual situation, but we had a very wet winter in the form of white, and it seems to be continuing now in the form of wet. And I'm hearing rumors that next week, not here in Rigby itself, but in the surrounding hills, you know, the Tetons are just a few miles in that direction, and the Sawtooths are not far in that direction. There's going to be snow. There's going to be mid to late June snow falling by next weekend over the ridge tops, probably at 9,000 feet and above. But that's still impressive. I mean, we're only going to be in the 60s here for a few days, and we've barely had any 80-degree days, so no warm weather here. I took a drive to Casper and back. There was a graduation party for one of my friend's sons, and I wanted to, I'm a friend of the family, I wanted to go over there, visit with them and see some mutual friends and deliver to him something interesting for his graduation. So on my drive back, I took time to play tourist. And when I did, I took lots of photos, and that's going to be, and some good video. And I'll tell you this much, there was water everywhere. It was unbelievable. It's like a tropical rainforest out here. It kind of, my friend described it as Ireland. I would describe it as the Appalachians of North Carolina. But however you want to look at it, it ain't Wyoming and it ain't Idaho. Everything here is green. It is unbelievable how green everything is. And if it doesn't stop raining, it's going to stay green, which is just crazy. Okay. RV industry update. I need to update you on the RV industry, what's happening, because it's big. It's very big. I've been very busy. May was probably the busiest month I ever had, with buyers and sellers contacting me for my concierge service. And I've got to mention it. If you're interested in having a guide by your side, somebody who's got your back, either in buying or selling a camper, by all means contact me at rvacrossamerica.net/buy-sell, BUYSELL. Okay, I had a lot of buyers and sellers contact me, mostly sellers. A lot of people are selling campers right now, and the market has markedly changed as the number of sellers is increasing and the number of buyers is drying up. So if you're a buyer, that's great. If you're a seller, not so great. I have been successful at selling much of the inventory that's been entrusted to me, that people have subscribed me to work with them to sell. There are a few units that are still not moving, and there appears to be little interest in. And of course, my solution with most of my clients, in addition to expanding how I'm advertising them, is to lower the price. And that's what's happening. The prices are dropping. The prices on cars and trucks are dropping. There are auctions where there are no cars or trucks being picked up. So things are different. Higher interest rates, people having a harder time qualifying for loans, people being a little bit more careful with what they're buying and how they're spending their money, all adds up to a very, very, very strong buyer's market and a very weak seller's market. So for those who contact me to sell, be prepared. Be prepared. We're going to have a frank and honest discussion, because I'm not going to make up a story for you. For those who are looking to buy, if you're in that category, well, in most cases, you are in the driver's seat. There's a lot available, and there's a lot of discounting available that, believe me, I will take advantage of for you. I will get you the best price I can. So that's what's going on in the RV industry, and this is reflected, by the way, in their own numbers. It's reflected in the numbers of new units being shipped to dealers. It's reflected by what's going on at the dealers, and I'm seeing it through my own clients and through my own advertising to see what's happening when I go out and shop for a buyer. I'm in the driver's seat. When I'm trying to sell a unit, I'm sitting there with crickets most of the time, and I consider myself lucky when I find a buyer for that camper. It is what it is. So anyway, Alan here, RVacrossamerica.net. I'm going to get in that water, kayaking in the water, not swimming in it. The water's probably still in the 50s. RVacrossamerica.net/ideal RV kayak. And take a look at that review. I'd really like to get your thoughts on it. Remember, I'm offering a 15%, well, actually, Aquaglide is offering a 15% discount for those who use a promo code that I have within the post. So go check it out. Give the video a thumbs up. Have a great day. And I'm going to get my kayaking in before the skies open up, because the monsoons are moving back in this afternoon. Alan here from Rigby, Idaho. You have a wonderful time. Be good.